Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Let me begin today's talk by a story, a real story that occurred almost 1,000 years ago, when the world was a very different place and the Muslims had the upper hand. It so happened that in a certain battle, the Sultan of the Muslims, the leader of the Muslim Ummah, by the name of Sultan Alp-Arsalan, faced the leader of the Roman Empire, the Emperor of Byzantium, Romanos IV. In this battle, the Muslim Khalifa was on one side, and the Roman Emperor was on the other side. And it so happened that the Muslims won a resounding victory over the Christians. And the Muslim Emperor, or the Muslim Khalifa, managed to take the Christian Emperor as a prisoner of war. Never in the history of the world has a Muslim Khalifa had a Christian emperor as his prisoner. This is the first and only time it happened. So he called the Roman emperor to his audience and he asked him, if I had been the prisoner and you my captor, what would you have done to me? The Roman emperor said, if I had you in my power, I would have tortured you to death. I would have killed you and executed you. The Khalifa, the Sultan, he smiled and he said, but this is not what I have heard the Prophet Isa alayhi salam teaching. I have heard that your Prophet, the Prophet Isa alayhi salam, teaches forgiveness and gentleness. And so I shall forgive you and I shall set you free and allow you to return to your lands. And that is exactly what he did. At a time when the Sultan, when the Khalifa could have been merciless, he chose to be merciful, because that is what the prophets of Allah taught him. And by quoting Jesus Christ, by quoting Isa ibn Maryam to the Emperor of Rome, it was as if he was saying, you are not the real followers of Jesus Christ. You are not the true followers of Isa ibn Maryam. You don't even manage to follow his own teachings. Rather, it is we, it is the Muslims who are truly the followers of the prophets of Allah. If this message could have been given 1,000 years ago, then surely it has much relevance today. If the Muslims could demonstrate their mercy at a time of power, they could demonstrate their forgiveness and tolerance, then how much more so do we need to embody those very traits? With regards to all of this rise of Islamophobia, the real question is, what do we do as Muslims in the face of all of this? What can we do? Well, there is no doubt that we need to look at the prophetic methodology, that we need to look at what our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. My dear brothers and sisters, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was born in Mecca as an Arab. He lived amongst a specific society and culture. He was surrounded by immorality, idolatry, and racism. So what did he do? Did he cut himself off from his people? Did he scowl at them and scorn at them and said, I don't care about you, you're all going to hell? Is that how he talked to them? Brothers and sisters, what was his sunnah? He didn't run away trying to find the light. When he was surrounded by darkness, he became a light for those very people. He lived amongst them. He taught them the true meaning of spirituality. He taught them the meaning of worshipping God in a godless world. Brothers and sisters, he continued to live in his very society until he was forced to leave, until they tried to kill and assassinate him. O Muslims, we should be proud that we have the religion of mercy revealed to the Prophet of mercy by the Lord of mercy. And this aspect of mercy is what we need to show and prove to the people around us. We should never be ashamed of our religion. There is no reason to hide our faith. We need to become beacons of light, guiding people to the truth, just like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam did. In conclusion, let me state that there is no doubt that we are facing problems. There is no denying the Islamophobia that exists. These are daunting challenges, no doubt. But as Muslims, we have faith that we shall overcome these challenges, just like the Muslims before us overcame the challenges they faced. We shall overcome these challenges because we are a people of conscience. We are a people of faith. We are a people of Iman. We are a people who do not fear men because we put our trust in the Creator of men. Make no mistakes about it. Make no mistakes about it. Politicians will come and go. Leaders will come and go. Countries and nations will rise and fall. Even you and I one day shall be no more. But the Muslim Ummah shall remain. This religion of Islam will flourish. Its followers will always be a visible presence on earth. Because we stand up for justice. We call for righteousness. We speak out against evil. We protect the weak. We challenge tyrants. We become the voice of the oppressed. As long as we call mankind to the worship of Allah, we shall be protected. Because this is our role. This is our job. This is our purpose. This is our religion of Islam. And with the help of Allah, we will continue to do this. May Allah bless all of you. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.